This is my research section. I started off by researching different jobs within the film industry. Some are entry-level roles and some are for later on in my career. These are floor runner, second AC, gaffer, camera operator and director of photography. I've watched quite a few Cook Optic videos. I found them quite useful in learning tips about camera movement to practical lighting. I've also watched some Roger Deakins videos on the eye for cinematography about looking at and doing photography and art to get inspiration and to learn from. I've been listening to quite a few podcasts from Team Deakins, in particular Directing with Edgar Wright and Reflections on Cinematography written by Roger Deakins. I've also been listening to the cinematography podcast, in particular The Art of the One Take, Adolescence with the cinematographer Matt Lewis, as this is one of my favourite series. I've also been reading The Cinematography Theory and Practice by Blaine Brown, Cinematography and Lighting for Television by Tim Palmer, and finally Lighting for Cinematography by David Landau. These are mainly for my dissertation, but I've found them really useful in learning everything to do with cinematography and lighting. This is my dissertation section. I chose to do the practical option, which it is about how lighting techniques can be used to create emotions. I started off by doing an interview using 3 different lighting setups: Rembrandt, split, backlit and underlit, which you can see myself and one of my peers setting up for in the time lapse. This was quite a learning experience because I didn't have enough crew to help with this, which meant I was rushing, so I wasn't paying attention to the settings I was recording in, which this led me to recording on a low resolution, which is why it's so grainy.
My name is Nathan Goff and I'm 21.
Can you tell me your name and how old you are, please?
My name is Nathan Goff and I am 21 years old.
Can you tell me this is your name and your age, please?
My name is Nathan Goff and I am 21 years old.
Then I did another lighting setup, but using 2 light sources this time. This one I learnt that to create the orange light coming down the stairs, I needed to use the dark blue and the orange colour gel to create that strong orange colour. I was also a gaffer on Elijah's dissertation film. He wanted a light that would create a harsh shadow on the actor's face, which I did this by using the Aperture LS300X bicolor with a snoot from a distance on a C-stand. This is my practical section. I did a practical about how different lenses distort faces and the background depending on how close they are to the lens. As a group, we got given a brief to create a short film. I was a first AC and a camera operator on, which I have included some footage from. Now that I have watched it back, I can see that it's out of focus slightly, which in the ideal world, I would have a focus puller so I could concentrate on the camera movement instead of trying to do both.
The room 102. He's just entered the building.
Why is this happening to me?
I think you and I both know why. Left at the elevator. He's coming. Stop now. This door. Open it.
It won't open.
Putain. Try now.
Another short film I worked on, I was the gaffer. The director wanted a harsh shadow to be created on the face of the actor. I used an Aperture 120D with the barn doors. To help control some of the light. I have included the final result.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Guys, can we cut? Can we go get coffee or something? I'm honestly done.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Guys, we'll take 5, cut there.
Thanks.
Another brief we got set was we had to recreate a scene from the film Lies We Tell. I was again the gaffer on this film. I've included some behind the scenes videos and pictures from the set, and I've also included some snippets of my favourite scenes from the final film.
To see my son and heir depart from the ancestral halls. I will have. I don't follow you. Madame. It seems after all these years, we can.
Another brief we got set was to create a short scene, but we had to use a camera movement either with the dolly on track or the dolly on wheels or the glide cam. My group chose the glide cam, which I was quite happy with. It meant we could practice using the glide cam, as it's something I really want to learn and progress my skills with. I rehearsed this scene quite a few times just to try and get it as steady as I could. I've learnt from this that footwear really matters. I was wearing quite a firm hiking shoe, which I should have really been wearing a flexible shoe so my foot could flex easier. I've included the whole scene. From watching it back, it's quite steady. There are a few areas where it moves a bit, but I think with more practice, it could have been even smoother.
And he's like really cool, he's like this big guy, he's really good at riding bikes, and pretty much like his team went to insolvency, so like he like lost the team, he wasn't paid for like the last season. And my favorite team is the Santa Cruz Syndicate, and they recently like kind of like they needed some more races and
Shut up, bike man.
oh.
The final brief we got set was to create a short film that uses different lighting techniques. Once again, I was also the gaffer on this. I have included a part of the film that uses shadows, which I think works quite nicely. This is my out of module work section that I've done this term. I've worked as a camera operator for monologues for the acting students, gaffer and safety for the sound operator for some promotional work for the film course, and I was also a glide cam operator for it as well. I've also been a cinematographer for one of the films I've worked on,